Hello, everyone. This is Sarah and Ellie. We just finished recording a podcast, which we are very excited to share with you. It's a Patreon exclusive podcast, but we thought we would upload a snippet each week to our YouTube channel, so for you guys to enjoy. It's going to be about a 10-minute segment each week, and I think the podcast is more like an hour. We haven't edited it yet, but it's quite long. We talked a bit, and it's
A bit.
yeah. And we are going to explain the concept of the podcast in the video that's about to follow, or in the audio that's about to follow. But basically, you are getting us talking about news, or about the weekly news commentary. And then there's a segment which you are going to hear in full about me talking. But if you also want us to hear us talk about the news and comment on that, and have share our thoughts, then subscribe to the Patreon.
At the junior or senior tiers.
Yes, very important. You can join it at any tier, but you will only get the podcast at the junior and senior tier, which is $3 or $5, and then depending on your currency, that changes. But yeah, enjoy the snippet, and hopefully we get to see you again at our live streams. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the Patreon. Thank you for your support. Subscribe to the Twitter and all of the other social medias we are on. Thank you so much for joining us. And I think that's
Enjoy.
it. Enjoy.
Let's do this. We're starting a podcast.
Yes.
Let's go. Welcome to Bonus Points, your new Patreon exclusive podcast. I'm Sarah, the person you've probably seen everywhere by now, and I'll be hosting this, and I'm joined by Ellie, who has a special segment at the end of the podcast and will also share her opinions as we go along as well.
Because I can't keep my opinions to myself. Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone.
We've been wanting to give you lovely Patreon subscribers some more content, and hopefully this will be out, if not once a week, then maybe once a fortnight, depending on how much news we get heading into the off season.
My segment we can do my segment all the time.
I think it's a good segment. I think people might enjoy it, and also we can hear our lovely subscribers' opinions on programs as well. Oh, yes. Sneak peek. So here's how bonus points will work. Every podcast will have 10 bullet points to go through of the news and updates. The 10 represents the bonus percentage in the second half of a single program. I think I can say very proud
that was a
of the
genius
name
idea.
And the meaning. Yeah.
That was a great idea.
Very pleased with that. Because it's always hard to come up with names and something that has a meaning as well.
Sometimes brainstorming happens so fast, and sometimes it doesn't happen. And for us, it always never happens when we have to give an interview a title. It always takes forever.
Interview titles take 2 weeks of the process of writing up an interview.
No, but maybe we should have our audience pick interview titles from now on. Maybe
that would help so much. Oh my gosh.
It should be part of this bonus points podcast.
Help us do our work.
Yes, please.
So we'll jump straight into it. Continuing on with ice dance splits, which it seems to have been a theme in the past 2 newsletters we've done. Maria Aliveva and Mathieu Corrales of France, Vanessa Pham and Jonathan Rogers of the USA, and Eloine Ogar and Raul Ormego, I have absolutely butchered all of those names, have all ended their partnerships.
Do we know why? Yeah.
Which brings us on to our next exciting point, which if you were on our live stream or have checked our social media this morning, Mark Hanretti will be joining us next week on the 17th of March.
So excited for this one.
Ellie will not be here. She will be eating dinner at this time.
I will be on vacation and eating dinner. That's the problem. It's very difficult to organize these kind of things when it's now the 5 of us and a guest. So I guess people will come in and out of the live stream, and we will work around our guests, because Mark sent us a very kind message and be I want to spend time with my family, and we still somehow made it work.
Yeah. And then we were let's cement this on social media before anything else can happen. So now social media has seen this. But yeah, we're really excited, and he will of course be commentating Wales as well, which this downside to him being kicked off Dancing on Ice, but the upside, skating fans get him back.
Yes. I mean, I feel bad for him for being kicked out, but also I'm excited that he can be on the live stream and that he can like commentate words, which I know he's like a fan favorite.
Yeah, definitely over other. Yeah, he started researching like yesterday. I'm like, you're like 3 weeks ahead of this, 2 weeks ahead of this.
He's asking us like, please give me some pointers that we're going to talk about so I can prepare. Like, it's amazing how much time and effort he puts into it.
I know, and we're the four of us are just gonna go in with absolutely nothing prepared next Friday.
I mean, we gave you the same pointers so you can prepare that. But also, I feel like he was busy with Dancing on Ice. I don't know how much he like is in the know. How much
Yeah,
he
that's
has
true.
seen.
That's true.
That's going to be interesting. So I get why he would want to be prepared and like know some things in advance.
And
yeah, I'm very sad. I'm very sad I can't be there.
I know we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss your drink of choice. We're planning a little in memory section in the slideshow. For Elli.
As if I died and never going to return.
It's true. And that brings us into our final segment.
Ooh.
Which I'm very excited about actually. We are calling this Elli's GOEs.
I'm very excited because I know nothing about figure skating. So here's how we came about it. Here's the idea formed. I have watched figure skating for like 10 years on and off, and I kind of fell out of love with it. I still like appreciate all of the skaters. I still love working with the girls, but I will not sit down for an entire competition and watch all of the skaters. That's just not happening at the moment. And as you maybe can tell from our live stream, because I barely have any opinions to share, I will just sit there and drink and have a good time. Yeah, so we thought it might be good if Sarah and Lois, or you guys, whoever wants to like show me something, will share skate with me, and I will react to it, and you will get all of my opinions, and then I will rate it on a scale from -5 to +5. But we have split it up into the music, the costume, and the overall skate, and there might be some changes in the later parts, but that's like the brainstorming that happened 5 minutes before we started recording today.
Less than 5 minutes, let's be real. It was like just before we went live.
It was all happening. Also, Ellie's theories that everything happened like in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Less than 5. So yeah, why don't you tell me which skate you picked today and why you did it?
Today's skate is Kaori Sakamoto's 2021 to 2022 free skate. Because it is International Women's Day, we are celebrating women. Her free skate just hit so right at the Olympics when she got her medal and at the World Championships when she won. And it was like, I am a woman. It's just, it all came together for her for that moment. And I think it was just perfect.
And if you have learned anything about us in the last, I don't know how long we've been recording this, an hour. So it's been a while. It's been a while already. We are a fan of women. So like within like 5 seconds, I was tearing up. It was so powerful already. I have to say, I got very confused by the footsteps. I was like, what's happening? What am I about to experience? And I'm not the biggest fan of like talk speech over music. I'm always like, why?
Yeah, it's very hit or miss in skating.
Yeah, it worked very well here. And I was like, yes, I am a woman and I'm powerful. Like that was my sentiment the entire time. I'm gonna like I have a lot of notes. I took down a lot of notes.
We're ready.
Yeah. I mean, that was my overall impression was like, yes, yes, yes. I don't know how you are feeling about it, but that was
absolutely the same.
Yes.
It took a minute to like get into the first competition or so, but then yes, I saw the vision.
I like this was which one did you show me? Words?
Yeah, Worlds.
So this was already quite developed at this point, and
yeah.
Because like every jump was so fucking good, and like she hit it so well, and I got so excited for every single jump. And like the way I'm gonna take this like from the end, but the way she got so excited that when she finished, I was like, okay, this was good. Because the video you showed me didn't have like the GOEs at the top. So I was like, I don't know what's happening. I just like the vibes.
Oh, I wish they were all like that. That would be so fun for you to react to. Just be like pure vibes.
It's pure. I can like put a post-it over it.
Amazing. You have to do that next time.
I can become creative. I don't need the GOEs. That's just for me.
This is Elli's GOEs, not the
Yes.
judges.
And I will not rate anything technical. I would just rate the vibes. That's how it should be. Then like there was the choreo timing of like the music into her very first spin and then into the slide. I love that so much. And I will have to like come up with more vocabulary at one point during this segment because I feel like it's always just going to be me. This is so powerful. This is so amazing. So you also have to show me some not so good ones. Some very extra ones where I have to go like, what was this?
I would try and think on that.
And I think like after like there was a spin and then the slide and then it slowed down and there was voiceover again. And there was a moment I should have like put down the time so people can rewatch it. And maybe we should put it in the comments afterwards because it said like independent and there was a close up on her face and she smiled and I was like, that gave me goosebumps. I was like, yes, yes, girl, yes. Especially like if you know skating and if you know like how hard it is for women in skating and like to see somebody so powerful in a sport that's not always so kind to women. I'm like, yeah. This is just going to be like, yeah, powerful. Yeah, I love it. Uh, and then about the costume, I thought like the movement of the skirt, it was like it's not a full skirt, it was like a half skirt, but it was like whenever she would jump, the skirt would like the movement was just beautiful. And I was wondering how you feel about gloves on costumes.
I think it depends on what the music is. I think
Yeah.
if it fits, like if it's a very themed program, amazing.
You are
Like give me.
are you thinking of what was the swan? The ah the dying swan, the black swan, like where his hand was the beak. Oh my god, I can't remember. We will look it up. I will pause this and I'm gonna look it up. This was I know our like the listeners are probably going to scream right now and be like, I know what this is. um gonna pause this right now. While we look this up.
The swan.
Yeah. It's Johnny Rhea. The Johnny Rhea, like with the
I honestly, if you were to talk about any skater, he would be like one of the last people I'd expect you to talk about.
No, because I just remember like thinking I saw a picture of his costume with just like the glove and I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh, should I curse on the
You've already cursed.
on the I'm so sorry. If any kids are watching, I'm so sorry listening. But yeah, the like I thought it was so weird and I was what and then I saw the performance and it makes so much sense
Yeah.
why he would have that red glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like if it's a very themed program, then I get it.
Like that's what when you said like
Yeah.
theme, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is a theme. I also have like a tiny horror flashback of Evgenia Medvedeva, her last like competitive program she did at the Russian test skates. She had a handstand move or a cartwheel move with a glove on, but the glove didn't have grip.
Oh.
So that's like when I think a glove, I'm like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't have like a cartwheel for a creative exit or something. So yeah, I think it depends, but I think with this one it works because it's not like a different color as well. It matches the costume and it just helps like finish everything off.
That's what I'm. You didn't see Sarah's move right now, but
Oh
like
yeah.
she was doing an extended arm, and that's what I was trying to get at. Because for me in skating, I always judge a performance based on the skater's hand movements. I'm sorry, but like if you have shitty hands, I I cannot pay attention to your performance. I like when they skate through the hands, when the hands are like engaged in the performance. I don't know if this is sounding weird or if this makes sense. Does this make sense?
It makes sense. I get
Okay,
it.
because and like for her, she's such a great she's not just a great skater, she's a great dancer. So like she will show like elegant hands and then the music becomes more powerful and her hands like change character and they become powerful. And I think that works so well with the gloves because that way it's always part of her body. Like doesn't I don't know if that makes sense, but
It makes
it
sense.
was working very well,
I think
which I thought.
it's a rare Benoit Richaud W.
Mhm.
Um, he he's very hit or miss with choreography
I didn't
and
know that was one of his.
yeah, that's why
Oh.
it's like a very rare, very rare
That's
one.
what I was thinking just now when you mentioned his name. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
but I think he and Kaori definitely had like something special that they bounced off each other very well.
Yeah,
And she obviously worked with him for the past few years and which is why she's gone on to new choreographers this season. But I think that program was like a great one to for him to have done for her.
for sure. I loved every second of it. And then there was a move which I found out is called Bestie Squat, and I love that. Again, I do not have any technical knowledge about skating. I'm just here for the vibes. And
She
the
has a
besties,
great one, to be fair.
yeah, it was the bestie squad. I love that. We should have called this bestie squad podcast.
Oh my God. Do you
Why
know
has
who
nobody done a
that's
podcast called Bestie Squad?
um give me 1 second because I need to
Research whether we can use that.
I because it's named after someone. Yeah, so okay, I'm trying to think how you will get there. Ivan Bukin,
Yeah,
Russian ice dancer. His dad's skating partner was Natalia
yeah.
Besteminova.
And nobody could pronounce it, so they said Bestie.
So I believe it was a move that she used to do, hence the name and hence why it's hers. I don't know what you would include in a podcast called Bestie Squat. Would you be squat? Is it a sports podcast? Are we squatting whilst we're doing this?
I don't know, it's just a fun name. Nobody steal it from us. We're gonna develop this.
This
I
is
love it.
our fitness. This is our move into fitness.
Like I already love the podcast name Bonus Points, and maybe we should just make another podcast called Bestie Squad.
I think
Anyway,
we'll
this is
work on
how
it.
brainstorming happens, and then we realize that the day only has 24 hours, and
Nothing
yeah,
else happens.
A few moments later.
this is the best idea we've ever had. We just out brainstormed ourselves. It's cheesy. I don't care.
But it's International Women's Day. We can get away with anything today. And we should
You're
get away with anything today.
absolutely right. I love this so much. So I think everybody who listens to our podcast from now on and who watches our videos and joins our live streams is going to be in our bestie squad.
It's so good. It's so good.
I love it so much. If somebody has said this already or done this already, I'm so sorry. I'm taking it. I love this so much.
Ellie
We
is
have
so far removed from like figure skating Twitter that she would just not know this.
no, I would not know this at all. I think it's so funny. Like every now and then, like drama will catch up with me, and I'm like, I, I didn't know I was part of this drama. I did not include myself in this. How is this happening? No, but I love it.
It's
I
so
love
good.
it.
Bestie squad.
Bestie squad
Let's
forever.
go.
We can get away with it today and only today, and it's happening today.
It's as long as we do everything today, then it's fine.
Yes. We are allowed to do everything we ever wanted today.
Exactly. And then we have to wait a year.
Yes. But it's happening now and it's going to last for a year. So, besties,
Let's go.
hi guys. We are talking to you, the bestie squad. And then like the final jump into the spin. I love that move.
So
What
good.
was that jump?
The death drop, I think,
Death drop. Okay.
into the
'Cause
spin.
it was so bad. I cannot believe you said like he choreographed this. Not to like call him out. I have heard you talk about him, and I
He
was
has
not
his
expecting it.
moments, like
This was a moment.
this was the moment.
Yes. The moment, not a moment,
The
the
moment.
moment. And like the final spin is so powerful. And then I think she barely finishes on time. It's like by an edge. And then she immediately goes into, yes, this was so amazing. Like I reacted the entire time. Like I was like, yeah. She also went, yeah. And like she was so excited. I was kind of sad the link didn't include the kiss and cry and like it cut off right after she got excited. So yeah, that was my impression. It was a good first one.
I feel like we've peaked too early now.
I think so too. Like I watched the skate and then we decided we should call it Ellie's GOEs and we should rate it. And I'm like, how can I not give this a 5? Like, what do you expect me to do?
So let's go through the categories. On a scale of -5 to +5, what is your rating for the music?
I will rate it a 4.5 because I love women, so I can't rate it lower than that. But I will not give it a 5 because I'm still like on the voiceover. It worked well here, but I'm still like, it's not my favorite. I don't know. It's just a personal preference, and I also want to have the chance to like increase if there's like a music that it also didn't make me. The music didn't make me cry. What made me cry is her skating to the music, which that's probably how I should rate it, but we are just working through it right now. We are still coming up with things.
What is your score for the costume?
Again, 4.5 out of 5. I think if I had watched this like later at like the 20th one I watched, I would have given it a 5 out of 5. 100%. But I want to grow. I want to be able to grow. And I would probably like go back to this moment and be like, if I had known what I know now, I would have given out of these 5s.
We'll revisit this next International Women's Day and you can give it a 5.
Perfect.
And finally, overall skate.
Oh yeah, that's a 5. 100%. Don't even have to think about it. That was so amazing. I'm gonna watch this a couple more times after we are done.
And for people that don't know Ellie, which is maybe a lot of you listening, if you don't know like her vibe, it can sometimes be hard to make her happy with skating.
Yeah, I'm very critical.
I think very might be an understatement. I say it with love, but it's kind of true. So I'm so thrilled that she enjoyed the skate.
No, it was perfect. It was literally perfection. And I think I'm kind of scared to like watch other skates and be a bit more critical, but I also feel like it has to happen at one point. We can't like be all positive all the time. But this was perfect.
Hi, thank you so much for listening to our YouTube exclusive of our Patreon podcast. Just a reminder, if you want to listen to the whole thing, go subscribe to the junior or senior tiers over there. I've realized I was recording this with only one glove. I do have two, it's just one hand is cold. But that is all the important information anyway.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to everything that we are on because we don't know when Twitter is going to implode. So
that's very scary. Every single day is a scary day.
Yep.
And also please like this video if you enjoyed it. We are so appreciative of all of your support. And I wanted to make a heart, but I wanted to make it Gen Z heart and I can't do it.
Oh, I can't do that. My fingers are too short. Wait.
I'm gonna do the Korean one. Is it the Japanese or Korean one?
Wait, is it that way?
It's perfect. Especially I love it with the glove. That's perfect.
Wait, I don't know why you said it like that. I am Gen Z. Let me do this. How do I do this? don't
This is
know.
like behind the scenes blooper. Okay. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for everything. Bye-bye.
Bye. This goes in the outtakes.
This
I
is
think
too complicated. Who came up with this?
I don't know. I remember seeing
And they
this
do it so
uploaded to-
naturally. They do it like super fast. And I'm like, I need like
Let me prepare my fingers. Let me stretch them.
I love the giggles, the pre-recording giggles. Hello everyone. This is Sarah and Ellie, although I just realized I have my full name on here, so now you know it.
Oh, mine's just Sarah. Anything Joey's. That's embarrassing. You know this.
I know this is going to be the best video, and then it's going to be downhill from here because I won't have time.